Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on this beautiful day. How you guys and girls doing? Hope you're doing great as always. Please check out the description box for all the nice links. Also drop a like, subscribe if you like the content. Today we're gonna keep working on collision, and there are a few steps we gotta take care of. So step number one is gonna be making sure that the tile map, the update to check for collision with the entity, that it does not check everything. So it doesn't check all the tiles in the whole map. It only checks the tiles around the player, right? So not this. So basically we're not going to go through everything here. And to do that, we're going to use just regular for loops for now, and then I'm going to change it up later so we don't do too much at once. I'm going to change it up to iterators later, which makes it a little more efficient, or a lot more efficient. But we're just going to use regular for loops for now. So I'm just going to go ahead into where I initialize the tile map, and I'm going to steal this for loop here. I'm just going to steal that. Oh, wait, before I do, wait. I copied some code from my SFML tutorial. I'm just going to paste it here because I'm going to use it. Yes, I did cheat. Okay, I'm sorry, but I gotta cheat. I don't want to think about all that again. So then we're just going to copy. We could just copy this for loop, actually. It doesn't matter. And then I'm just going to put it right here. Right in here. Whoops. So this is going to be the tile collision. This is window collision. And then we're going through all of these, and we're going through this, and we're checking for collision. Now layers, we're not going to go through all the layers either. We're just going to check the player's layer, basically which layer they're on, and we're going to go from a variable here, which we're going to call from, and then we're going to go here, which we're gonna call 2, okay? And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna create these because I do not want to wait. Where I'm gonna create these in the H file here. I don't want to. I'll just call it culling. I don't want to create those every iteration, right? I don't want to create those locally. So I want to keep them here. Basically, what I'm gonna do is unsigned from X, unsigned to X, unsigned from Y. I know this might be a little confusing right now, but layer. Okay, so this might be a little confusing, but don't worry, you'll understand it. This will help us to not go through all of the tiles. So just go ahead and check out the SFML tutorials for all this, for collision and stuff, and culling and everything, if you want some extra knowledge about that. So what I'm gonna do is somewhere in here, I'm gonna say this from X. I'm just gonna initialize all of these. So sorry, it's all very tedious. But initializing stuff is good, like we always say, right? To Y. Fat fingering is not good. Layer. Make sure it's layer is 0, not layers, because then you're gonna get a problem. So you want to say layer is 0, and layers is whatever you want to have it. So we'll say layer. Just initialize everything there, and then we're gonna go in here again for the 100th time, and we're going to change all of these. So this is going to be from X, okay, and this is going to be this to X, all right, this to Y, this from Y. So yeah, again, this might be a little confusing, but yeah. And then we're going to remove this for loop entirely. And because we're gonna do this. We're gonna have x, y, and then we're gonna use that layer variable. All right, and just make sure you remove all this because you don't want that. There you go. So now at least this for loop will be going here, and we'll say. Now we're gonna have to do the culling, right? So if this, let's see. This from x equals entity get position dot x. All right, and then we're gonna have to use the division with this grid size u. We need an integer division here. Static cast unsigned entity get position. All right. All right. Very nice. What we could do is we could actually make a another variable in here to make life a little easier. In entity, you know what? Let's go into entity.h, and let's just check out get position. And let's make a virtual const sf vector 2f to 2u get grid position const. All right, and we're not gonna make it a reference here because that might bug things out, because we're gonna return a local thing. Return vector. Let's go to the file. Here we go. Vector 2u. We're gonna use this a lot though. Could save it. This. Let me see. Get position. Are we gonna have to do this? I think we're gonna have to do this. So just copy over everything from get position, and then make a const unsigned grid size u here. I'm just gonna copy in that to the h file as well. Get grid position. There you go. And then return sf vector 2u. Just copy like that. Like this. And then we're just gonna say .x divided by, let's see, grid size u. I know this is tedious, right? And it might not be the best way to do it, but we will do it like this. So we just have a nice little function that we can call instead of having to divide that thing on the spot, right? So I'm just going to do this, and I'm also going to static cast this to unsigned. Okay. Make sure you static cast. There you go. There you go. So you get all this stuff happening in the function. And I'm just going to copy this whole thing, and I'm going to paste it right here. And then instead of hitbox, we're going to say this sprite dot get position. So there you go. Now you got that function going. All right, very nice. And looking good. All right, so let's go back to our tile map, and instead of all this crap, we can just use entity get grid position, and then we set this grid size u. dot x. All right, much simpler, right? So there you go. Just do that, and then we're gonna do 2x, same thing, but here we're gonna say minus 2, okay, and plus, what would it be? 1, right? I think you could do it like that. So this is gonna give us a range from the entity's position in the grid, minus 2 to the left, plus 1 to the right. So you're gonna get all those 3 or 4 grid positions. This is gonna be a range between those, basically, right? And I'm just gonna copy these, both of these. I'm just gonna put it right under there. From X, from Y to Y. And then just change these to Y and Y. So there you go. That should be fine. Now, a problem here is obviously you're probably gonna have negative values. All right, which is not good. You don't want that. You do not want that. You do not want that. And a problem I'm seeing here is that, let's see, the unsigned might become negative and it'll give you all kinds of weird values, right? But let's just work with this. We can change this to integers later if that will be necessary. If this from X is less than 0, which it can't be, so it's kind of weird. This from X equals 0. But I'm just gonna do this anyway right now. Else if this from X is greater than this, whoops, this map size world grid dot x. So if it's greater than the grid size of the world, we're gonna basically set this from X to the max size of the world minus 1, right? Because I think that's how it works in the array, pretty sure. So greater or equal to. Okay, that's good. That's good. So that's from X. And then 2x, the same thing. So I'm just going to copy this. No big deal. Same shit. And then you're going to have to do the same thing for y, basically. So here you go. Just copy paste all of this in here and change this to y. Like that. And we're probably going to have to end the video after this, but at least we have everything pasted in here, right? And then we're just going to remove this. And now we should have our from and to x and y somewhat ready. I'll look into how this works just before I make the next video. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. There you go, guys and girls. Thank you for watching. Hope I wasn't too slow. Hope all this stuff wasn't too unnecessary. We'll look into it. You know, we'll optimize stuff as we go along. But this helps out a little bit. Anyway, thanks for sticking around and watching and all the support as well. Just take care, keep working hard, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next one. All right, bye bye.